Hello everybody, I'm here today for another episode of a TF2 tutorial. Yep, I am back. God, it's been a while, I keep doing this, I've put over this already in the last video. Anyway, today I'm here to teach our players the spy. The problem with the spy, well the biggest problem with the spy is that people tend to pick him first, along with the sniper. The spy and the sniper are the two biggest reasons people stop playing TF2 so fast. Now, I'm not cutting into the class themselves. The classes are very good and they're very fun and I use them a lot and I really love the classes. I'm just saying they're the reason new players stop so fast because there's such a steep learning curve, especially for spy, against other classes. And people tend to start with sniper and spy. So, similar to sniper, I'm not that great at spy, but I feel a moral obligation to, go ahead and help out and teach you how to play as the spy. If you already know, then put some advice in the comments for other people. Anyway, the first piece of advice I'm going to tell you is the key to playing as a spy is deception. Deception is the core of every spy. Deception is the most important part of being a spy. The entire point of a spy is basically what they do or what they don't know about you, whether you're a spy or not. That is the entirety of the point of spy. Spy will get killed incredibly fast if you don't, use your deception and your trickery and your manipulation to your advantage, because spy is a powerful class. Anyway, what I mean by that is if someone knows your disguise, your playstyle should completely change. The biggest asset you could have is getting inside the mind of the person you're chasing. Thankfully, newer players tend to be very predictable. They tend to do very straightforward, very easy things to track, so it's very, very easy to land the backstab. Of course, as newer players get along, they rocket jump a lot more, and it's a lot more difficult to get them. Pyros. Oh, pyros. Jesus. Anyway. Those guys friggin' ruin my life. The second piece of advice I can give is basically run. Don't be afraid to run. I'm just saying, don't be afraid. Because people, they tend to just, when they're spotted by probably a scout or a pyro or a sniper with Gerani or something, they flip out. They start waving their knife everywhere, trying to hit something, usually missing and usually dying. You have an invis watch, or in my case, I took the easy way out. I have a dead ringer. You have either one. You can get out of there whenever you want. You do not have to flip out and try and face stab everything, because face stabbing never works. Okay? It just doesn't. Nothing dies from getting face stabbed, which is why it's so inefficient. You're better off invis watching away, or my case again, easy way out, dead ringing away, and wait until they're vulnerable again, because people just fucking forget you exist if you're gone for longer than 10 seconds. Anyway, a lot of the pieces of advice I'm giving about spy is to do with being able to escape. Now, there's very good reason for that, because most of the my tactic personally for spy is kill a few people, get out. Kill a few people, get out. Because you're not going to be able to get everyone at once. You're just not. Your personal aim and your personal idea as a spy is to thin them out, to make it easier for the enemy team to take them down faster. So, your priority will always be heavies or snipers or engineers. Okay, fine, engineers as well. They're pretty terrible if they're playing defensive. But they are not that difficult to take out if you know how to take them out. The main thing I tell you about taking on engineers is quite simple. If there's one engineer, you backstab and then you sap, but make sure the sentry is turned away from you, especially if it's level 3, because you won't be able to sap it if it hits you, because the blowback will be too strong. You get faster and faster pressing 2, if you're wondering. A very fast way is pressing 2, so it's just a matter of reflexes, because as you play spy more and more, your reflexes will get better and better, and suddenly you'll be able to sap sentries way faster, making it than they see you. Dispensers and teleporters are not a problem. Now, it's slightly different when there's more than one engineer. 2 to 3 engineers can be a problem because there's so many of them. What I usually do is try and sap all of them. Usually try to just distract them, and in the matter of the chaos you might get some done. But another good way, which I'm not as good at but it sometimes works, is if they have a teleporter far away, you sap the teleporter, they'll go towards it to, unsap it, backstab them, and then finish off the teleporter. That's one of the 2 engineers dead, and makes your job a little bit easier. Of course, you might have to rinse and repeat for a lot in order to take on more than one engineer. Anyway, my next piece of advice is don't be afraid to use your revolver. Your revolver is a very powerful piece of equipment and is very capable of defending yourself. Once again, back onto that first point, a big thing for new players is that they always swing with their knife. The revolver does so much more damage, so much faster that you any situation where you died from face stabbing constantly, you might not have died if you just used the revolver. It's there for a reason. It isn't just there for eye candy. Now, my next piece of advice is look anonymous. Now, I know this sounds stupid, but Jesus, some spies are very dumb. Like, okay, they'll walk straight up to you as a bald pyro. That will not work. Fine, bald pyro is fine. They might think you're just a new pyro, but if you're walking straight towards them, away from the wave of fire from the enemy team, they're going to be like, wait, this guy's just a spy, and they're going to blow you up immediately. And then they wonder in the chat and stuff, how did you know I was a spy? Maybe you're a hacker. No, you're an idiot. You just walked like in the same wave the enemy team was, and they didn't shoot you. Therefore, you're a spy. It's common knowledge like that keeps you alive in these kind of games. Once again, the Dead Ringer is amazing for looking less suspicious in these kind of games. And probably the most efficient way of taking down multiple enemies is waiting a few seconds at spawn, especially at payload, waiting in a nice little spot at spawn for like 10 seconds tops. As soon as they start pushing out the cart, that's your time to strike. You can get loads of backstabs there, especially pyros. Those guys, some of those can be very dumb. If you go to the direction of the cart and you're pushing it with a massive wave of people, you're not going to look as suspicious as if you're just walking towards the cart like one guy on the team. They're going to spy check you if that's the case. The best way to minimize your chances of getting spy checked is by trying to look as unsuspicious and helpful as possible. Like, now, just to finish it off, I'm just going to give you a little bit of piece of advice about which disguises to use. It's very much a situational thing which disguises you should use for which situation. For example, Demo Man and Soldier are very good classes if you're just trying to follow people. Scout is very good if you don't want to look suspicious running around the place, and Sniper is the best if you just want to stand still and scope out the area, or maybe you want to get someone who's standing still, or maybe there's a lot of people at the edge of the map. You can push out it'll look like a sniper, it'll look normal, and you'll be able to blend in as the class you're playing, which is very important also. Make sure you're blending into the class you are playing, which adds to the point of trying to be inconspicuous, trying to be very clever about what class you are, and how your placement is when you're walking towards them, or when you're backstabbing people, or what you do after that, or anything like that. Anyway, my last piece of advice is, of course, to have fun, because TF2 is a fun game. I've done this for every single one, and this is my last one, and I've had so much fun making these, and I'm going to make advanced ones. Anyway, I'll see you again next time. If you liked what you saw, I'll see you next time. Didn't like what you saw, then I won't see you next time. Feel free to like and subscribe. Bye.